Oh wait, I forgot to change the picture, guys. No, this is last time's. How about this one? How about this one? It's me on the computer right there. Look at that. Anyway, welcome everyone. If you are not, sorry, I can't even talk. If you're not in the US, you may notice that the stream is an hour earlier today, and that's because the United States has done some sort of daylight savings related time change. And so you're like, what the? Walfie, it's not even the usual time, it's earlier. That's why. And I'm sure there's going to be people that show up later and they're going to say the same thing, but they were not here to hear my explanation. But you guys were here. You guys know. Anyway, welcome Stream Moments, welcome Ranmu, welcome Duck, Teeny, and Hamp, and Illarezi. We're gonna do some more Walfie's Nonograms today. A classic game created by this developer. Very, very not so well known developer named Walfie Wolfington. Welcome Nano Later, thank you for 18 months. That is in fact many months. That is actually so many months. We don't even realize. Man. Alright, we're gonna load up some content. Okay, content, start directory, Walfie's Nonograms. There it is. Alright, I guess we can mute the music. Also, wait, before I do that though, I've been learning music in the Strudel REPL. I went over this a little bit on Saturday's stream. However, I've done a bit more. Let me check the settings here. And then another change in time for Europeans. Yeah, in 3 weeks, Europe, a lot of Europeans, you will have daylight savings related change as well. But that is not now. It'll be later. What is the default font? For whatever friggin' reason, that thing that I ran overwrote the default font. Is monospace the default one? Probably. Anyway, let me pull up some other musical compositions that I've done off stream. Let's see, let me show you. Like, whoa! Oh god, it's freaking! Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I accidentally played the audio in my other tab, and you probably heard some really loud buzzing noises. Okay, so we have this right here. Paste it there. No, I pressed the wrong button. You're like, Walfie, what is this? What is this? It is a way to compose music via code. Whoa, what the? Isn't that cool? You can literally write code that produces audio. You can have your chord progression. You could have a visualizer. You could have a melody that plays different notes depending on your scale. You could change the volume. Whoa! You could do anything. You can change the instrument type. Anyway, this is one of them. It doesn't sound that good. But what about this one? What about this one, guys? Delete this one. Paste this. Alright, check this one out. Oh shoot. Whoa, we got... Okay, the bass drum sounded better on my computer. You can comment it out. And then, look at this. We got our chords defined. We got our intervals. You can use your chords. You can choose the chords you want. We could comment this one out. And then you can use this one, circle of fifths progression. Whoa. You could change the sound. You could make it use chords instead of whatever this stuff is. Welcome State of the Evil. Chords, I mainly use USB-C. Yeah, that is in fact a chord. This is using pulse. You could change it to use sawtooth. Whoa. You could change it to use a piano. Yep. updates in real time. Oh my god. You could change it to be like the F major. You could change it to be a minor chord if you want. You could disable the hi-hat. You could replace this percussion with a better drum. Real drum samples that are being played right now. And then okay, and then we go to this one. Set this back. Put this back. Sawtooth. I'll make that out. It's real. It's real. Okay, and then another one that I've made off stream. What about this one? Okay, what about, check this one out. You could choose your melody, and then it changes based on the chord. You set your instruments here. Set your pulse wave. You could have it be like 25% pulse width, maybe like, you know, what's 1, 2, 1, 2, 5? You can decrease the gain of this. Make it a bit less loud. Anyway. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You get to choose like when the bass drum hits, when the snare drum hits. You'll note that this pattern, it plays twice in one cycle and then it plays once. You can make it faster. Oh my god. You could change the bass to be an octave lower. Yeah, there's many things you could do. I think it's pretty cool. You could, it's nice. You can program your music. What about this one? And then there was like another example that I saw. Strudel. How did they do it? Strudel chords example. Look at this one. Mute this one. Check this one out. I didn't make this. But look at this. Isn't this so cool? It's kind of loud, actually. Well, you define your chords, and then you define the notes from the chord, and then it goes through every chord, and then it chooses these notes from the chord, and then it plays this thing, and then it sets the chord mode voicings. Welcome, Zolly. Yes, that is in fact the thing that happened, and I mentioned the exact same thing as well. Yeah, look at that. You can set this stuff up. Anyway, very cool, very cool. I will maybe do a stream on this, where I code some music from scratch, and then you'll be like, whoa, that's so cool, you should make more music. And then I make more music, and then it's not good, and you're like, man, I remember when the music used to be good. Okay, but then I also transposed the Little Root Town theme. That is the classic thing that I use to learn music. Look at this, I copy the note progression, you have the melody, get the chords that are playing. Wow. Yeah, you're like, well, why isn't this a piano? It is. I think the chords don't sound that nice. I think I might have transposed the chords wrong. What if I make this higher? What if I didn't do this? I don't know. Did I hear that parts of Canada are abandoning daylight savings? I did hear that. There was a Northern Mayan thing. Some kind of Northern Mayan thing related to that. Yeah, anyway. Only British Columbia. They're always out there doing things. Anyway, time to actually play Nonograms. Let me actually put the volume back up, because I lowered it. Anyway, you get to experience like 3 weeks of earlier Walfie streams from your perspective. That's right. I I remember. I remember that we have 3 weeks specifically because at one of my previous places I had a manager that was in the UK, and then our meetings would be they would be earlier for like 3 weeks due to the time difference. So now you know. Now you know. Now you go to all of your streamers and you go, do you know that there's 3 weeks of daylight savings difference? And that's happening. That is a thing. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well today on this Monday. The weather is pretty good here. You know, for the past few like months, it's been quite cold. But literally today, it's pretty warm. Shockingly warm compared to what it used to be. And that's good. It's good to know that weather is a thing that exists and changes sometimes. All the time. It's always changing. Guys, you ever think about the fact that weather is always changing? Whether you want it to or not, it will change. It'll be, one day it'll be cold, and then the next day, bam, it's hot. Weather's warm and I made some split pea soup with bacon. I think I'm doing alright. That sounds good. I usually don't hear bacon being in soup. By bacon, is it like... Because I know like Canadian bacon. I know you're not talking about Canadian bacon, but Canadian bacon is more like ham. You know, when people talk about bacon, sometimes it's just ham. I know like in Japan, when they serve bacon, a lot of times it's kind of just like ham. So like, is that the case? Is that actually the situation? I just don't know. Welcome Lunatic Lurker, finished all nonograms? 30 hours, let's go. Congrats. Congrats on finishing the game. Welcome Wasso Kelly. BGM2 always reminds me of the Brian David Gilbert song. I'm not superstitious, but I'm afraid to prune my money tree. I don't know that one, but I'm sure it evokes some strong emotions. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it sounds good. I like BGM2. BGM2, when I commissioned BGM2, I wasn't sure that he was able to get like the qualities that I want from the audio that I like use as reference, but when I got it back I was like, whoa, this is really good. It fits the vibes. Because it's like when you're doing chiptune music, it's a bit hard to do like calm stuff, you know? You get what I mean? It's like, it's kind of easy to make like, you know, fast-paced stuff. But then when you have like slower instruments, it's a bit less like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it doesn't fit chiptunes as well. But then, you know, I got it back and it was good. So that is in fact nice. You're supposed to use strips of pork to add salt to the soup. Bacon just happened to be on sale. I think it works good, I see. But then you're losing out on the crunchiness, right? Bacon, often known for being crunchy. Crispy bacon. You guys remember crispy bacon? You guys remember that news anchor who laughed at the pig whose name was Chris P. Bacon? I remember. Every time I think about that. Good old Chris P. Bacon. Forget the BGM number, but Gymno PD1 is well made. Yeah, but that's like a classic, you know? That's one from back in the day. It's not like we made it or anything. Alright, I obviously did something wrong here. 131, 35. Oh, this 3. This should be here. I fried the bacon. It still had some crunch. Wait, didn't I just read that? Yes, did I read that? No, I didn't. Me when I think I've read something, but I haven't. Oh, bonfire! Whoa, is that Dark Souls reference? No way. Let's listen to BGM 2. Anyway, since I learned more music after like commissioning this song, I've learned that this song uses a lot of arpeggios. Now I know. Not like, how did they do that? Now we know. We know how they do it. A bunch of arpeggios. And that's good. Any fans of arpeggios? You might be like, arpeggio, isn't that when you have like a bunch of small islands chained together? No, that's an archipelago. That's a different thing. I could see how you could be confused. But actually, that is a distinct thing entirely. But it makes sense. It is logical, highly understandable. When I think of that, I think of good old Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker. He goes and he wakes up the wind, and the wind is like, what? We're woke now? Can you believe that? Tell me he woke the wind. Here we go. 4. 4 goes here. 8 goes there. Goes this way. The 4 obviously it goes there, right? You think it might not go there, but it does. Okay, it literally does. But you know these can't be here, right? Anyway, we've already started talking about the game, you know? It really goes to show you when things are about the game. Me out here. Not even about practice, it's about the game, okay? Weed Whacker, what was that a reference to? Anyway, look at this. We know this can't be here because this is a 2. So connecting that would make it a 3. Which, as we all know, is not possible. Oh, Wind Waker. That's what the reference was. Sometimes I'll say things, and then I don't remember. I just don't remember what I've said. This time I do remember. And we also know that this cannot possibly be connected here, because that would make it a 6. So you know this has gotta go up, right? It literally gotta go up. And it's gotta go this way, obviously. What is this? Did I have a puzzle like this? It's unusual for there to be so much empty space. What have I done? What is he doing, man? Did anyone else, like, in Europe, were you confused when you saw other streamers streaming early today? Maybe you're like a Northern Line viewer and you're like, what the? Northern Line streaming early today? Which means he would also end an hour early, which is unfortunate. My daytime streamers are not US. What about Northern Line? Nor Canadian? What about Northern Line? What if it's nighttime? Anyway, I guess that makes sense. Not that many people stream earlier in the day. Usually. I don't think I pay enough attention to what time it is. You don't have like a schedule. You're not like, oh, it's like this time of day, this streamer is streaming now. I guess it also depends. Not every streamer has like a consistent schedule. You know, sometimes people just go live. And you're like, oh, okay, this person's live now. It happens. It happens quite often, honestly. Walfie is the most punctual of all streamers, but deviations are easy to notice. Exactly. Is there another streamer that even has such a consistent schedule that you follow? I don't even know. I don't think so. Oh, I know what this is. I remember this puzzle. This is obviously that one. Duh. I've done this one before. It really causes you to think, you know? You're like, what could this be? What even could this be? I think this is an anime face. Are you seeing this? Isn't this simply isn't this simply the eyeball, and then this is like a hair, and then this is like the mouth, and this is like hair on the side? No way. There's gotta be an anime face. What the? It's a sheep? No way. See, you people might remember when I was playtesting this, we did not have the dithering down here. We didn't have the lighter color, and it looked like an anime face from this view. Also, welcome Sparky. I remember Walfie struggling with the face. True. Welcome Nutritious. Alright. 13. 5. 1, everyone. Literally the 1. And the 5. The 1 and the 5. Anyway, I don't know. What is there to talk about? What has even occurred? Welcome Zuja. Everyone's just been playing Pokemon Pokopia. Anyone else playing Pokemon Pokopia? I think that I didn't realize, I assumed it was like a Minecraft-like game where like you would get a randomly generated world, but apparently everyone has the same world. Which is not what I expected. Do you guys realize that it has the same world? It is not a procedurally generated thing. There's like a story mode. It's like linear. I don't know. But I will not be playing it, specifically because I don't have a Switch 2, and even if I did, I don't know if I would play it. Animal Crossing with Pokemon, yeah. You get to play as a Ditto. Will you buy Pokemon Leaf Green? I will not. I played that many years ago when it came out. No, I played Fire Red. And it was pretty good. I really don't have much intention to play a Pokemon game ever again. But I'm sure it's still good. Back in the day. Pokemon Leaf Green. Good old Pokemon. Have y'all seen that one Pikachu plush? Where the Pikachu is like monochrome and has pixelated effects? And that's quite the nice looking plush. I feel like if I was into collecting plushes, I would want one of those. I'd be like, whoa, pixelated monochrome Pikachu, sign me up. But since I do not collect plushes, I don't want it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Are you aware of this Pikachu? Because I am. I've seen the Pikachu. It's been sold out. It's been sold out everywhere. The Age of Pokemon is back. The kids love Pokemon. They're like, oh, Pikachu, it's Pikachu. Alright, cross that off. This can be crossed off. And then what? And then simply, it's gotta go up. It must. Anyway, sometimes I like, when I do these puzzles, I'm like, I recognize what this is. But right now, I don't recognize what this is. From a generation of Disney presents a new set of challengers, Pokemon parents. It's true. They do exist. I freaking love Pokemon, man. I mean, now it's like an adult thing, you know? Adults understand Pokemon. They're marketing Pokemon things specifically for people that grew up with Pokemon. There was like that one, what's it called? Wait, I did something wrong. Wait, what is this? What did I do wrong? Oh no, wait. Oh, this... One of these, I think this one goes up. Yeah, it's like this, okay. But yeah, they like released, this like this thing that plays music, but it's like a very small looking Game Boy and it plays cartridges. Like from the original Gen 1 Pokemon. And I saw it. I was at Nintendo NYC the other day, the other week. And it was there, and I was like, it was sold out, but I feel like I don't really want it. You could literally listen to that on YouTube if you want. I guess it's mostly like a collector's item kind of thing. Does anyone feel nostalgic for old Pokemon music? You're like, ah yes, Pokemon. Love that Pokemon music. I could probably learn some things, you know? Me learning musical composition. I could listen to old Pokemon songs and be like, oh, that's how they did it. Welcome, Pops Not Jack. Where's Gen 0? What even is Gen 0? What even is that? The pre-released designs? The beta versions of the designs? Which were leaked at some point? Perhaps that is a reference. We got 5, 1, 2. We got 1, 2, 3. Well, this has got to be a 3, obviously. It's got to be a 1. Obviously. We got this one. And this doesn't. Yeah, this has to. It has to be here. That's a 1. Wait, no, that's a 2. That's a 2. Guys, you might think that's a 1. It's actually a 2. I'm nostalgic to Pokemon music and the way it sounds through handheld speakers. True. Back in the day, you didn't have fancy audio. Welcome, Namington. You got the low quality bit crushed speakers. I mean, you could plug in headphones. The Game Boy is capable of stereo audio. You guys know that? Did you guys know that it's capable of stereo audio? What is this? Some kind of goat? No way. Really. I should change the color. Color 4. BGM 4. Oh, 15. They got a 15? No way. No freaking way, man. Alright, cross all this out. What is this song? Oh, I know what this image is. I remember specifically what this puzzle solution was. I literally know. Got these ones here. And that's done, so this has gotta be there. What is it? Some kind of sign? Guys, is this a sign? You're like, what is it a sign of? I don't know. Trying to leave nostalgia behind? Isn't it always behind though? Isn't nostalgia always behind us? That's the definition of nostalgia. Can you be nostalgic for something in the future that has yet to happen? You're like, really am nostalgic for 2027. Nostalgia, the Komani piano arcade game? I don't know that one. I don't even know. Literally don't even know. Probably call something different. I'm like, is there a name? It's not really nostalgia. It's like, because how can you be nostalgic? It never happened. It has not yet happened. What if it did happen? What if you were a time traveler and it did happen, but no one else was aware? I guess you could. Yeah, in that case, if you are a time traveler, you could be nostalgic for the future. You ever think about this? You ever consider that we are excluding time travelers when we say you can't be nostalgic for things in the future? It assumes that we haven't experienced the future, but there could be people that have. Now, I don't think that they exist, but they could have. I hate that Witch on the Holy Night played this song so much. He hates the song. I can't believe this. Cross that off. This thing. One. There. I feel like I'm reading dialogue in that game. What is that game about? Did you enjoy that game? Did you hate the game? How different is it to solve puzzles when you already know the answer? I feel like it's mostly the same. The only thing is like, so like when I'm solving puzzles, even though I know exactly where the pixels go, I make sure that I'm gonna place the pixel, like I know it goes here, right? But like I'm not just gonna assume that it goes there. But it's like when I make a mistake, I guess at that point I'm like, I know how things should look like, so I know like where I made a mistake. But if I just never make a mistake, then it will have no difference. Like we know this has got to be here. You guys know that this sign is a reference to Vacuous Sugar Quest? That's right, this is the tutorial sign. The sign that tells you what buttons to press and other such things. Simply, yeah, just don't make mistakes. 2 levels are so difficult. Wait, which ones? No, I will not do them unless they're coming up, because I'm gonna do the levels in order. Specifically. I mean, I'll do them eventually. But not right now. Unless it's coming up right now. Anyway, very sweet. Oh, I think I learned this weekend is apparently if you use Safari browser, it deletes your local storage for websites you have not visited in a week, which is kind of aggressive. So there have been people who like have been playing Walfie's Nonograms and have not touched it in a week, and then they come back to it and they're like, wait, my save data is gone? Yeah, apparently they're very aggressive in their deletion policy. So if you don't go to the same site in 1 week, it's just gone. Apparently it's like done to prevent like tracking, because like websites can use local storage to track other websites you've been to. Like I don't know, I don't know the details specifically. There's like some kind of browser fingerprinting you can do, but it feels excessive, right? Can you, huh? Can I what? It's real. I looked it up. It's a real thing. So then if you check the itch.io like website for Walfie's Nonograms, I put a warning on there. Now it's like, hey, by the way, if you're playing this in Safari, you might want to play in an emulator instead. I don't know. Because I didn't know. I was like, oh, what the... Why would they do that? That's silly. But they do. They do in fact do it. And when they released that functionality, a lot of people were like, what? This breaks the entire way I use this app. You can no longer use this app offline. I wonder how many people use Safari. All iOS users have to use Safari. That is even if you're using Chrome, it is basically WebKit. I guess it's more WebKit than Safari, but everything on iOS uses WebKit, which has this functionality. I feel like Twitch asked me to accept cookies about every month, no matter if I accept or decline. I don't think I've seen a cookie banner on Twitch. I guess because I'm always logged in. But yes, there are many, many Safari users. What are the keyboard keys for start and select? It's on the... it's in the description. I believe it's Enter and Shift, from what I can remember. It could also be something else. I'm pretty sure that it's that. Anyway, now you know. Now if you haven't played Walfie Nonograms in a week, and you were using your phone browser on iOS, it could be on. Oh, I know what this puzzle is. I remember. No spoilers, but I know. I remember exactly. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gotta be there. Literally gotta be there. Could not even be here. Okay, that's spoiler. You're not allowed to say what you think it is. Welcome, Xtag. Because now we know, because you've played the game, now we know that it's not a cat. You would not be revealing the actual answer. That would be ruining it for everyone. It is surely some kind of creature, though. Some sort of creature. A creature-like thing, perhaps. Alright, then what? Then this can't be there. It's gotta go this way, so it can't be there. I think I see it. No! We got 7, 2, we got 14. The 8 goes here, it's gotta go up. And down here, and not over there, and it goes this way. That's gone. That's 11. We got the 2 right there. We got the 2. Whoa, what is that? Some kind of horse? Whoa. That is in fact that. You guys know you can change the color on this screen? That's right. You can. This is a creature you call a horse. Some kind of Uma Musume reference. Some kind of reference to the hit game slash anime slash other media property. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Never heard of it. Surely. 1, 8, the 8 must be here. And this 8's over there, we got the 10, we got the 2. Could have done this instead. 4. I feel like just last week we were talking about when was the last time we saw a horse. Why did that come up last time? What was the context for horses? I don't even know. Why did I talk? Oh, because I was watching the Uma Musume movie. Right, horses just continue to be relevant. It's even the year of the horse. It's literally their year right now. I'm gonna do the 2 right there. Me when I see a horse. Year. That's a year. Okay, we got 3, 4. Oh, I know what this is. I immediately know what this puzzle is. But I will not say it. Because there are people that might not know. There are people that would prefer not to be spoiled. I guess if you prefer not to be spoiled, you're probably not watching this stream. You're probably like, what the? I can't watch this. I haven't solved all the puzzles yet. It's hard to make the controls as precise as they are. I've been trying to continue a Zelda Picross in 3DS. It feels like I have so much less control over the cursor now. Yes, I had to do a lot of stuff to make the cursor work in a way that's good. Like, if you ever play Mario's Picross, it's not this smooth. It has like a lot of input lag. Sometimes you'll mark something, you have to wait like a long time to change it. This one, I made sure the input felt good. And that it was responsive. And I know many people appreciated it. They're like, wow. I tried going back to Mario's Picross and it was awful. Can't believe it. got 1, 8. This one's gonna go here. 2 is there. Oh, what did I press? Press the button. Me when I press the button. Welcome, Deafens. Me when I press the wrong button. No, that's the wrong button. 2. Is it day? Yes, it is in fact daylight savings time. Or the end? It's like either the start or end of daylight savings time. I always forget which one. No, yeah, it's the beginning of daylight savings time. Yes. Because standard time is the start of the year. That's how you remember. I learned this from Chocojack's stream, I think. Where before that stream, I was always confused. Like, when is standard time? When is daylight time? And you can remember, it's standard on the first day of the year. And then, as soon as it changes, that's daylight time. Whether it's start or end, it's BS. What the... He's right. Can't believe it. This one's gonna be there, right? So it's gonna go this way. Has to, literally has to be. That one. Wait, that's not right. Surely that's not right. No, that's right. Is that right? That's right. No, it can't be right. Hold on. They got these things. Okay, this one, this 3. This one, but then what about this one? Is it here? We can't just assume it's there. This one is here. There's one over here. And then this one's gotta be there. Goes this way. And this must be there. Okay, there's that one. Like, you would think it would have to be here. No other way. It's gotta be there. Row 10. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Ah, yes. Oh, you're right. It's here. That's what I was missing. So now this is here. That's there. You got 1, 2. 5 is there. 1, 2, 3. Well, what is this? Some kind of Balatro? Some kind of Balatro? Jester? No way. Alright. I should change the music. Been listening to the same music for far too long. This goes here, we got that one. This one. Anyway, what is there? What is happening? Besides Pocopia, what even is there? Slay the Spire 2. Marathon? Does anyone even care about Marathon? Does anyone find it weird that games release on Thursday now? I feel like Chocojax talked about this on her stream. The fact that so many like big games came out on Thursday instead of Friday, like why is that? With Pocopia, we had Slay the Spire 2, I think Marathon also came out, right? Thursday. It used to be Friday. Thursday makes total sense. But what about Friday? Like, Thursday before a 3-day weekend makes sense, if the Friday was a day off. Because now people are not working on Friday. Day 1 patches can still be fixed as people are in the office. I guess that makes sense. You're telling me they don't have people working on the weekend to support a game release? No way. Thursday, so you know not to make plans for the weekend? But like, wouldn't you already do that? That's why MMOs do Thursday releases. Well, MMOs are different. Those are a different thing. Did I see the trailer for Super Mario Galaxy? I have not. I've also not really watched the first one, so I probably will not be watching the second one. Do you know that the marathon race was named after the town of Marathon, but what do you know? Do you know what that town was named for? Marathons? Were they named for marathons? Recall that in a Warframe or Old School Rune, what's Ozra? Okay, OSRS. A live stream explaining that they released on Thursday instead of Friday. That makes sense. I guess it's logical. You don't want to be pushed into production on Friday. Will I release my next game on Thursday? I don't know. If I do, it'll be by accident. When did I release Walfie's Nonograms? Was that on a Thursday or a Friday? I think it was on a Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday. The marathons were named for the town. How could the town be named for them? Well, I mean, you could run and just not have a name for it. Although I guess I don't know. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know why they named their town. Why they named the thing Marathon. Maybe there was someone named Mara. Marathon. First name Mara, last name Thon. I did also see there was like some kind of marathon in, it might have been New York, where there was like you rarely see a marathon have like a photo finish, but there was like this one marathon that happened recently where the person who was in first like fell at the very end, and then the second place runner was immediately behind him and won. That was crazy. You never see that stuff. That must suck, right? You're like, you're winning by so much and then you fall, and then the second place guy wins. And now I feel like it's gotta suck if you're like the second place guy, because then a lot of people will be like, you only won because the first place guy fell. If he didn't fall, you would not have won. There's probably a lot of things like that in the Olympics as well. It's like the guy who only won because the people in front of him all crashed. Second place runner had a long sprint to catch up, which I can't imagine for a marathon finish. Right. What is that? Marathon is the Greek word for fennel. Historians believe it had lots of fennel. What? That's strange. Look at this Wi-Fi. Oh, this is my favorite color scheme. This is the one, when I was playing this game off stream, I was using this one. Kind of happened in ice skating. Yeah, I think that was the one that I was thinking of. There's definitely one where some guy just won because everyone else fell. And then people were like, he also only qualified for the Olympics because in the qualifying round everyone else also failed. So I thought that was kind of silly. But you know, you can be in the right place at the right time. And that's life. I also fall while ice skating. True. So true. His name is Apollo, named after Apollo, the Greek god. Apollo. Op. You guys know that op is slang that's used nowadays? You say op. Kind of like unk, but it's op. But also not the same at all. Let's see, we're in Apollo. Marco Polo. Apollo, the guy from Northern Lion Streams? The dog guy? The guy who is a dog? No way. Did I change the music? Have I changed the music? Here, let's listen to this one. This music right here. That's some music. That's some music right there. We got 9. It goes there. That's 7. Apollo is so funny. Oh yeah, let's name all the funny things. Name every funny thing that he has ever said. What if he was the funniest person? I think it's funny when he tells Northern Lion to shut up. When they're playing games and Northern Lion is saying some things, he's like, stop. He's like, can you shut up, man? And everyone's like, that's funny. That's funny right there. Every time he laughs or makes fun of Ryan Gary Letourneau. Oh wait, do you see that Nimi Nightmares collaborating with Lovely Momo? That's crazy. How did that happen? I wonder how that happened. It's crazy. Wait, what? It's happening. It's happening. It's only a matter of time. People were like, well, she's a VTuber now? That's gonna happen. That's definitely happening. What are they doing? The classic VTuber collab game. Clubhouse Games 51. That's the only time people play that game. Is VTuber collab. You gotta see that. You gotta be. 13. Where is this 13? It's gotta be there. I did something wrong here. Oh no, this goes down here. We're 2 steps away from Northern Lion, Chibli. We love Chibli. Maybe he's the only YouTube VTubers I occasionally watch somehow. Is the Google? No, it's legally distinct. It's slightly different. It's like a little bit different. It's not specifically the Google Chrome dinosaur. It just happens to have a very strong resemblance to it for legal reasons. It'd be funny if Nimi got into Mahjong. It would not be surprising. I feel like VTubers playing Mahjong, that's like a very common thing. I mean, I got into Mahjong because of Northern Lion, which is surprising. And I also got into Uma Musume because of Northern Lion, which is also even more surprising. That happened. Yeah, this song. I know this song. That is in fact this song. You saw me meet Kate, Dustin, Molly. Mahjong. Its color scheme is nice. It is quite nice. Color scheme, color 10. That was Walfie and Choco quit. I didn't know Choco also quit. Did she leave the club? I had to leave the club because I was like, I can't be in here. I'm like dragging everyone down. Can't believe this. The club switched hands yesterday. Who's the new leader? She hasn't been on in weeks? No way. It's over. It's literally so over. Club? I thought jockeys used a whip. No, it's not a whip. It's a riding crop. That's a totally different thing. Are they different? Are they the same? Is a riding crop is that what they're called? I know that's what it's called in the TF2. Other person who's been in the club longest, but I don't recognize them. Is it Bread? Is it Bread? Welcome, Liquid K. I think a crop is a loop of leather. Yeah, isn't that what they use? For horses? I think so. is Obsidia. Bread would be a better leader though. I do not recognize them as well. I just scrolling Blue Sky, saw that Solely _ channel also read Witch on the Holy Night. I wonder how many people in this team library were threatened with the impending movie release. I've never heard of that series slash book or game. Why did I say book? I've never heard of this until just now. I did not know that it was a thing. I don't really know what the definition of a whip is though. It's Cat of Nine Tails also. Is it 9 whips? I don't know. I simply don't know. Most people call it Mahoyo. Isn't that the Genshin company? I guess they're Hoyoverse now. It's a different thing. Crop, sometimes called a riding crop. Hunting crop. I see. Yes, I did localize the Onigiri. It's a reference. It's a reference to Pokemon. Pokemon reference. Alright, I got this 7. This 7 right there. And then what? And then this cannot be there. You might think it could be there, but it can't. It literally could not be there. And this can't be there. That can't be there. That can't be there. 13. Anyway, Twitch is about to show ads. So I think after I finish solving this one, I will drink some water, because I think I'm pretty close to finishing this one. Unless this one takes a long time. What if this one took so long that I just don't solve? Oh, I know what this is. Wait, this is Puzzle 6-7. I remember. No one even mentioned Puzzle 6-7, guys. That should have been the first thing that anyone said. Whoa, streamer, do you know that this is 6-7? And then I go, wait, you're right. You're so right. I typed it and then deleted. I can't believe it. Can't believe he would do this. He's sick of it. He's sick of the 7. I want to play Clubhouse. I feel like I've only ever played Clubhouse games like during collabs. I feel like that is like the VTuber. That's like the go-to collab stream for many VTubers. I played it. I have good memories of playing that game. We played it with Toaster, and then Pomu Rainpuff showed up. That was crazy. And then played it with Chocodank. That was cool. Remember that time I collabed with Chocodanks? That was good. Chocodanks, the former leader of the Uma Musume Club, Horshies, who's no longer the leader. Unbelievable. I wonder what this year's Walfie collab is going to be. I don't even know. Simply just don't know. Got 10, the 2, you got the 141. Got this one. What am I missing here? This one. That can't be there. This can't be there. So this one's got to be a 2. And then it's got to go up. Toaster's new game. Oh, true, he did release a new game. Isn't it? Was it a rhythm game though? It's like I don't really do those. I don't really do rhythm games. Yeah, I mean it's predictable. Of course it's a rhythm game. It's like the rhythm game guy. He's like John Rhythm Game. Literally him. What am I missing here? Something obvious, right? Got the one. Has Petra? What? How did that happen? Is she known for playing rhythm games? Did he have to get permission from Niji Sanji? She sang this. Oh, third row from top. Oh, true. 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 And then. Wait. Why did I cross that off? It's there. And then. Yeah, here. And then here. Whoa, what is this? A free run reference? A series that I've never watched? Wow. There it is. It's Mimic. Anyway, look, do you realize that this is a reference to a previous puzzle? We did treasure chest, and then you flip it horizontally, and then you add different features to it. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some water. Alright, I've successfully hydrated. Now we will do puzzle number 68. Oh no, my control, I'm losing precious seconds. Excuse me, I'm pressing start, but nothing's happening. Excuse me. It's broken, my control is broken. Okay, we gotta restart. We have to restart because we lost many seconds there. 6, 7. 3, 2, 6. It's there. Literally there. It goes up. We got the 3s are over there. The 8 has to be here. So obviously, it's not even over there. We've got this one, and then surely there are things to do. Numbers to be placed, perhaps, somewhere. 6, we got the 5, oh, there's a 2, we got the 2s right there, that's a 2. That's gotta be the 6. Anyone doing anything of interest? Anyone doing anything besides watching this stream? No. The answer is no. Everyone is attentively focused exclusively on this stream. Like, I have to know. I have to know what this answer is. Sleeping? How can you be sleeping and watching this stream? Are you typing this in your sleep? Do people do sleep typing? Because, like, that's a thing. People do sleepwalking, which I can't imagine. Like, how does someone sleepwalk? You know, you would think that if you're walking, you would realize it. Welcome, Denchi. Thank you for 47 months. He's sleeping. He's literally sleeping. Feeling minimally under the weather. I'm 99% sure I've sleep typed before. I guess it would make sense if you were like sleepy and you're like just about like to fall asleep and then you're like at your computer, you might have typed some stuff. Sleep type all the time? What if you're doing it right now? Exactly. The Denchi for almost 4 years? No way. The real Denchi. The real Denchington. underscore channel. No way. What else do I do? Okay, this can't be there. Obviously can't be there. That's a huge emote. When I was at university, I was caught sleep gaming, playing the same level of Disgaea over and over. This guy, yeah, more like this guy asleep. Am I right, guys? More like this guy sleeping. Get it? Because like it sounds like this guy. Sounds like this guy. Am I right, guys? Fellow gamers out there. I don't know, but he doesn't even know. How does he not even know about that one? It's such an obvious thing that I think everyone would know. Literally everyone understands that one. And they think it's really funny. They go, wow, that is so funny. Welcome to my... And they're like, wow. I wish I thought of that. If only I could have thought. It's such a funny joke. Welcome, Inflow. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Does anyone understand that reference? I understand that reference. That's a reference to Dark Souls. That's the guy, the John Dark Souls. He says that. He stares at the sun and talks about how incandescent it is. And you're like, that is in fact true. How can... He wish he could be, but he doesn't. He could never be so grossly incandescent. I have a good, stupid question. Not quite. What does he say? Does he not say that? What does he say? Doesn't he stare at the sun? What temperature are your lights? I don't know. I do not know. The T-pose. T-pose? Oh, I see. The warm lights, I like warm lights. The light that I normally use is reddish. I think that's good. I think it's good to have reddish lights. LED lights don't get hot. Yeah, but they have like a colored temperature, right? They use warm white, which means it has a cold color temperature. What? How does that work? How does that make sense? Science, can you explain this? And also, what am I missing here? Obviously, I'm missing something very obvious. Some kind of very obvious thing. The sun is not on fire or made of fire. It is not a laser, but it is incandescent. But is it grossly incandescent though? It makes sense because when you think of a fire, a colder fire is yellow, but a super hot fire, that's the guy who's not a rapper. Remember that guy? That guy's not a rapper. Not true. A friend of mine has a ceiling light that has a built-in fan, which starts up from time to time to cool down. What? Maybe it depends on the light. Maybe some lights are really hot. He understands super hot fire. And the fact that he's not a rapper. What if he was? What if he was a rapper? He was simply lying to us. Okay, I see. This is what I was missing. That can't be there. And this can't be there. Mess up the 2-2 row. Oh, you're right. You're so right. Well, maybe these aren't here. Do we know this can't be here, right? Given this information, I will say that this is true, obviously. And it might not be necessarily true, but given what I have currently, I will say that it is. This could be totally wrong, actually. This might be totally wrong. LED lights usually don't get hot, but sometimes enough current runs through it. Thermal runaway occurs. Exactly. No, actually I feel like this is wrong. Surely this is wrong, right? Maybe it's fine. No, it's fine. It's probably fine. The 2 right there. We got the 1, 1, 2. The 1, 3. 3, 1, 2, 2. It's gotta be like 1, 3. 3 is there. And this one is that one. What about lights like these? Surely these get hot. Encrypted-tbn0.gstatic.com/shopping Amazon. Probably. Maybe. It's possible. I could see it being possible. I've not seen the image, but I can imagine. 2, we got the 1. There. Whoa, what is that? What is that? Some kind of meteor? Some kind of Swiss cheese? Like, do you see this? It's like a diagonal Swiss cheese. Perhaps. No, wait, what? It's a cookie. That's a reference to the cookie from Vacuous Sugar Quest? No way. I know that cookie. I've seen that before. Alright, let's take a look at this picture of a light. Oh, these lights. I see. This light specifically. They don't have these lights. Do you guys know that I made this song? This song that you're listening to right now was made by me. One with many zeros, lumen flashlight. Exactly. This guy knows. Any other guy? What? Is that the lyric that you hear in this song that you mentioned? Yes, I remember things. Let's see, this can't be there. It could not be there. And then this 9 is gonna be there. Then what? And then what, guys? Is there another chord progression like Canon and D that is like this nice sounding? I don't think so. I'm looking up chord progression, and they're all like short ones. You know, they got 4 bars of chords or whatever. 4 chords in the progression. This one, it's got like 8 chords. And the chords themselves, the chords themselves sound quite nice. What a masterpiece. Truly one for the ages. Canon. DisplayPort chords feel too short most of the time. No, I'm talking about musical chords. I know you're doing the thing where you misinterpret my message, which is the thing that I also do. But I'm talking about a different type of chord. The short one, Heart and Soul. It's gotta be a long progression. Or some, I gotta look that one up. I feel like I've seen that one before. Yeah, I've seen it mentioned. I don't know if I've listened to it, but I think I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but not heard it. Wait, this is wrong. Hold on. How is this possible? You can't have this be a 2, but also have this be a 1. Streamer, you have made a mistake. A dire mistake. Oh, because this should be a 3. Okay. Right, because this right here, that's a 3. But then that can't be a 3, because now this is a 1. Okay, so I'm going to restart this. If I start writing things like that a lot, I should usually be in bed. This guy is not even sleeping. Bro is not even sleeping. Though. 212. Oh, did I make an assumption earlier? Hold on. Oh no, I didn't. This has to be a 4. It has to be. It literally has to be. And the 9 goes there. This one, these ones can't even be there. And this one's gotta be there. Obviously. Got the 2 right there. 6 goes this way. 4, 9, 5. 4 goes here. And then what? What about society? You know, despite the fact that I've not been playing Uma Musume, I do still have it on my phone. So like, occasionally I'll just get like a push notification that's like, hey, sign up for the whatever cup. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. I remember when I used to do that. But not anymore. Make sure you register your UMA for the whatever. What cup is coming up next? It's not the Gemini Cup. It's not even the Taurus Cup. Not even the Leo Cup. Not even the Cancer Cup. What is it? The Pisces Cup. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Bro doesn't even know. It appears that no one else even knows. Literally no one even knows anymore. Back in the day, people would know, but now you ask anyone and they're like, I don't even know. Literally makes no sense. So that's gotta be the 2. The 1 and the 6. It's gotta be there. And then this gotta be a 3, so it can't be there. 5 goes there. We got the 4. 4 going this way. 5, 4. 4 is not there. Does anyone have a favorite chord progression? It's like I feel like every time I like compose a song, I always just like use the same ones. I don't like make my own progressions. I just like go on Google and search like what are some popular chord progressions, and then I just use them. And I feel like I should be making my own. I know, like usually what you want to do, you want to have like a plagal cadence or a perfect cadence, you know, like a 5-1 or a 4-1 somewhere. I don't know. Welcome, Stu Elder. Thank you for the 4 months. Physical need for Walfie emotes. Thank you for your resubscription. He's literally balling though. Ball in. When they ball. Is anyone even ballin' anymore? Do people even say that anymore? Ballin'? I remember when I was in high school, that was a big thing. Everyone was like, he's ballin'. There was that song, We Fly High, No Lie, I'm ballin'. People would sing that. But now, people are not even ballin'. They're not saying that stuff anymore. Recently bought a basketball, meaning to ball again this year. He is literally balling though. It's alien speak. Back in my day, we were balling. From ballin' to Balden. True. So true. What am I doing? What is there? What am I missing here? Oh right, this 4 can't be here, so it's gotta be there. That's okay. That's all I really needed is that. Whoa! What? The hype train? No way. Everyone, it's now time to fail to make a good hype train. It's time to get an emote that everyone has already had, and you can't unlock anything new anymore. It's your time. It's your time. I think I have all the hype train emotes. Can I check? I think I have all of them. Oh, I mean all the ones besides like level 25 and above. Yeah, so this means nothing to me. So thank you for your support. It means nothing to me. Thanks for nothing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Streamer, no, streamer's not even grateful for the hype train. If I don't get anything from it, what's even the point? Am I right, guys? That's why when I am on a channel and I have my subscription renewal available, I don't post it. Unless I can get something from it. And since I have everything, I have no need to do it ever again. Hogging all the emotes. If we save them for the last stream day of the month, it'll be our best chance for the artificial hype train. Is that true? I mean, I feel like I don't need it anymore. So like now, it's just for you guys. If you don't have all the emotes, you can coordinate one. But since I have all of them, it's meaningless. I already fired mine because I got upset about ends. Fire? Oh. You don't have to post them though, right? Isn't that the thing where like if you get your resubscription? I guess it may be like for Prime subs, sometimes you do. Welcome Good Cat Gaming. Post it for Impact, for Genshin Impact. You can pin it. Yeah. I choose not to post it. Except when I get something. Got 2-1. Got 1-1. 1-1. Yo, the first 1-1 on the stream. 1-2-2. I joined April 31st. I had to look at my calendar, like, is April 31st even a thing? And it is. It is, in fact, a real day. 2-1-1, 3-1-2-2. 6-1-2. 1-1-4. This one's gotta be here. April 29th. Wait, April 29th? I mean, March? Oh, I guess March. I guess you're April, yeah, you're March, you've already posted your March renewal. Oh, April 31st, right. I was looking for March. I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, April 31st, is that a thing? Oh, what is this? Some kind of Legend of Zelda? No, it's a generic rooster. Unrelated to any other series that exists. Obviously. Alright, what about 5-7? 5-7. 5-7. 5-7. It's there. Wait, that's not right. It's gotta be this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's right. Wait, that's not right. What? Okay, it's gotta be this. Yeah. You can tell which months have 31 days when make it. Yeah, I never like internalize that though, because like it's such a pain to like have to like, look at your hand to do that. Does anyone do the thing where like you don't know left and right, so like you put your hand in front of you and like it's left because the letter makes an L? I know people do that. I don't though. I remember left and right. Some might feel like that's not the way to do it. That is a way to do it though. Whether it's a dull way to do it, it's up to you. You can determine whether it's a dull way. In the shape of an L. NL. Cross this off, man. And probably faster to just count proper. And then August and July and December and January are the 31 double feature. I mean, I don't remember that stuff. I have to check. I feel like if you don't know the difference between left and right, you wouldn't know the difference between L and backwards L. Well, I mean, like you put the hands in front of you, so it's like it's not like you would flip your hand so that the L is backwards, right? Surely no one would make that mistake. Welcome, Tub of Insects. I should change the song. BGM 9. BGM 9. What if we compose some new songs to listen to? What if we listen to arpeggiated chords? Wait, this is wrong. What is this? This is this way. If you have dyslexia, how do you know whether this thing or L is the correct letter? I cannot answer that because I do not have dyslexia. I was about to say, like, dyslexia, isn't that the card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if you get all 5 pieces, you win? But that was a bit of a stretch. But then I said it anyway, so like, really, what did I achieve there? Me, when I say I was about to say this thing, but I didn't, and then the fact that I said that I would have said it is pretty much the same as saying it. That happens, right? That kind of stuff happens. People are always doing this stuff. Alright, so this has got to be a 1, right? This one, obviously, is there. Rightmost column is, but no, I won't get there eventually. I would have figured it out from this. I would have been like, what do I do? And then I go like this, and then I'm like, oh, it's gotta be this, right? And then I look at this down here, I'm like, okay, there's a 4, and then I do this. And then you got the 3. And then this is done. That's done. And this one can't be there, and then this thing can't be there, and then you're like, wait a second, and then, but it's not math though. It's not even math. You said it was math, but it wasn't. I can't believe he lied. I got this. Alright, 6 is there. 5 could not be there. 4 goes this way. 1 right there. This one's gonna go this way. It's a 3. That's there. And then what? What the? I thought I was not done. What could this possibly be? What do you, is the Rorschach test? What do you see in this? I know what it is, but what do you see? People who have not solved this yet. You're like, what if this is some kind of like strange, like lamp or something? Candlestick? It's like a jester. It's the jester. It's like a deer of some sort with the horns are like over there. Floor, wasn't there like a Pokemon Floorgeist or something? Hold on. Floorgeist Pokemon? Doesn't it look like Delmise? Floorgeist? Floorgeist? What is this Pokemon? Yeah, doesn't it look like this? Hold on. Doesn't it look like this Pokemon? Look at this. So you got the top part is this, and then the bottom part it's got like these things, and then the body is this. It's literally Floorgeist or Florges. Sideshow Bomb or Phone Simpsons. No, what? The Earth? No way. The Earth, isn't that Kalimdor? Kalimdor. Isn't that the World of Warcraft region? The other one, wasn't there? What is the other one? World of Warcraft map? Does anyone know? Doesn't it look like that? Anyway, whatever. Monofair. Lordran. Kalimdor. World of Warcraft full map. I guess not full map. There's other regions. Northrend. Why are images not loading? Oh, there's more. Wait, there's more stuff. Back in my day, it was only this and this. These things did not exist. All this stuff did not exist. So when I look at this, I'm like it's these two. It's these two regions. But it's not. Northrend. Can't believe this, man. Adding new things to a live service game. I would never. I would simply never add new things. Only old things. Lordran is on the right. Kalimdor is where they flee to in Warcraft 3. Lordran is Dark Souls. Are you sure? Are you sure it was Dark Souls? I don't think so. Was I a WoW guy? Well, I played some World of Warcraft in like high school. A long time ago. I never did like guild stuff. I just did like solo PvP. There was like one time when I was in high school, there was like a person who was like drawing in his notebook. He wrote the word Stormwind. Wait, I did this wrong. Do you see this? Okay, this gotta be this. And then I was like, he wrote the word Stormwind. And it's like, hey, Stormwind, that's like it's like a Warcraft thing. It's like, what? I play Warcraft. I remember. What class? I think the class that I got to max level at the time was Shaman. An Orc Shaman, which is probably not the best choice. I probably should have chosen Tauren, but it was an Orc Shaman. Lordrion, Lord Pashal. Anyway, it was fun. It was fun for some amount of time. And then I stopped playing. And I've not gone back since. Might be a very silly question. Lordaeron. Lord Aaron. In a city as big as New York, do some people just mostly stay within their district? I guess that is objectively true, yes. Some people. Like, if you ask what percentage of people, I don't know. But some people, yes. There are definitely some people. Definitely for sure, some people. For sure. For sure, for sure. For most of their lives. Oh, well, that's a different question. Probably not, because, like, districts are not that big. They're, like, I don't know. Anyway, this can't be there. Wait, it could be there. I said it before, I cannot get into MMOs. I wish I tried WoW during the peak though. See, it looks comfy and maybe I could have gotten used to it. Yeah, I think like now there's like so much stuff, you know? There's so much stuff added over the years. I guess that's why people are still like playing classic ones when it had fewer features. What do you mean? Oh, it's yeah, you mean a burrow. Oh, then yes, there are definitely people that will stay in the same burrow their entire life. There are people who only ever live in Manhattan and will never go to Brooklyn or Queens or whatever. Definitely possible. Well, I feel like it's unlikely. I feel like, well, I don't know, maybe. Like, Manhattan has most of the main things, so like, really, what reason do they have to leave? I don't know. Have I been to all boroughs? I've not been to Staten Island. I've been to all the other ones, though. So. Really, Staten Island's like out of the way. There's like nothing really there unless you live there. Or if you want to take the ferry for some reason. Wait, this is wrong. What am I doing? What is going on here? 7 is here. The ferry. Pomeripa? Put her. No, you can't. Can't do that. The ferry. Ferry? Isn't that the? I gotta restart this one. This is definitely very wrong. There's a zoo there in Staten Island. Well, there's like zoos like in Manhattan, in the Bronx. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if there is a zoo in Manhattan. There probably is, but it would be a very small one. When I think of zoos in New York, I think of the Bronx Zoo, which I have not been to since I was a kid, I think. But, like, zoos are kind of depressing if you think about it. Like, I know they conserve life and all that, but it's like sometimes you go to a zoo and it's like, man, these animals have like no space to move around. Can't believe it. Wait, did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not necessarily here. Do I know the Bronx Cheer? I do not know what that is. I'm unfamiliar with this. Alright, so this 7's gotta be up here. This 8 has gotta be there. And then you cross these off. The 2, it's gotta be there. Could it be here? It can't be there. Conservation versus reservation. Alternative is releasing them into the wild and they'll perish. Then there's more nefarious zoos. Yeah, a lot of these animals cannot live in the wild. Can't. Wait, this is also wrong? What have I done? What am I doing? Why did I... Okay, I know it's probably up here. I'm just gonna do this again. Man. Alright, I got 2, 5. 5 must be here. And then, anyone been to a zoo recently? What's that like? Staten Island is only a borough without a New York City Department of Correction major detention center. It has no prisons. There's like not really too much to do in Staten Island, I think. 7, 7, 1. Get that 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Me when I count 1, that's 2, 3 right there. And then what? And then, well, you know it can't be here, right? Because this could be a 2. Or it could be a 3. But it can't be there. Top left. Oh, you're so right. And then the 5 goes, and then the 2, and then the 8 goes there, and that's a 2, that's a 1. That's there. Then you got this, the 5 goes there. It's gotta be this, it literally gotta be this. And that. And this. But not this. Not that one. And then that's gotta be the 2. As you all know, everyone here knows. Everyone watching this was like, yep, that definitely right there, that's a 2. If I've ever seen one, that is in fact one of them. And then wait, am I counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that has to be there. Welcome, Classic Caramel. Can't be. The New York Chinese Scholars Garden is a truly unique attraction that adds new dimension to our understanding of life in ancient China, serves as a purpose exciting as a host for multicultural events. The New York Chinese Scholars Garden. I don't even know where that is. Where is that? In Staten Island. But don't they know no one goes to Staten Island? Why would they put that in a place that no one goes to? Alright, so this one's gotta be... Because there is space. That is true. It is hard to find space for things in New York. There's no room for anything. We got 2s, we got 1, got this 2, that 1. What is New York? You know, when most people think of New York, they're just thinking of Manhattan. That's like the main place with the big skyscrapers. Imagine there's someone who's you're like, oh, what about New York? And then they think of Staten Island. They would think of like Albany. I guess they would think of Albany. Would it be scarier if people never went there, but some people came from there? Or if people went there, but nobody came back? What? Welcome back, Wesley? It'd be scarier if people never went there, but some people came from there. Well, people went there. Oh, you mean like, okay, I see. I think it would be scarier if nobody came back. If people went there and just disappeared. I guess they wouldn't disappear. They'd be at Staten Island. Welcome me, what? Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. The streamer is always welcoming people, but who is there to welcome the streamer? Really makes you think, really causes you to ponder our interactions with streamers. Now we know. Now we know. That's it. I remember this. Stream Elements welcomes the streamer. Do they though? I don't think they do. I should go for the German state completion someday. You're gonna go to every German state. Solid, liquid, gas, plasma. Some 5th state maybe. Isn't there like a 5th state? What is the 5th state? We talked about this before. I don't know. Plenty. But what is it? What's the 5th state? Why are there so many states? Bose-Einstein condensate time crystal. That's a state. The time crystal state. What the? No way. What is this? What does this look like? Perhaps this is some kind of pants, like a t-shirt maybe. Perhaps like a squid, an octopus, Mario Kart, some kind of thing. Whoa, what? No way. I think it counts passing through there. I must have been in almost all of them. Almost every German state. Fermionic condensate. Neutronium quark matter. Dang. Missing a Saarland. Isn't Saarland, was that the incest state? We talked about this before. There's like a state in Germany that is often associated with incest. Similar to how in the US we think of like Alabama as the incest state. Was Saarland? Yeah, was Saarland the one? I remember things. Did I write that down in my notes? Can I check? Saarland. Did I write I don't okay, I searched for incest in my notes and I don't have anything. I did not take notes on this. I did not write down today I learned that Saarland is the incest state. Why did they incest? I don't know. Why is it associated with that? Every country has its incest state region. Same reason. I don't even know why Alabama is associated with it. Like, why is Alabama like that? I don't know. Is it true? I don't know. Could be true. Alright, this one's tricky. There's a lot of small numbers here. Why would the streamer make a level that has this many small numbers? 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Otherwise, you got the 1 up there, the 2 is here, the 3 is gotta be there. And then this one has to be a 2, as you know. Does that help us though? I don't think that helps us. So cross that off. What about the insect state? Well, is there a state that has many insects? It's like, oh no, they're everywhere, they're flying around, and there's like flies. No. I can't believe there's so many. I would assume the main reason they say that about the Saarland is because they saw people meme Alabama. They're like peer pressure. They're like, well, if they have an incest state, we have to have one. Can't believe it. Why would they do that? Oh, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Is this math? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. No, that's not math. That's not even math, guys. You might think it's math, but oh, this 5. This 5 is here. And so this 4 must be here. And then this has gotta be there, and then obviously welcome Zerg 620 Nonograms. I love these. Well, you are in for a treat because this is a game that exists that you can play right now for free on itch.io / well, okay, it would be walfie.itch.io / walfies-nonograms. Available for $0 or whatever you choose to pay. For free, that's right, for free, for the low price of $0 in any currency. 0 of any currency. No way. You gotta check it out, man. or woman, or non-binary individual. When I say man, I mean gender neutral. I don't mean that only men can enjoy nonograms. I can't believe he would say this. Why would he imply this? There it is. Let's see, we got the 3, we got the 2. What else? This 3 could not be there. You think the 3 could be there? Foolish. No, they're girls. The girls are allowed. Highly encourage everyone, regardless of their gender or status. I really have been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I think of man, I think of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Yu-Gi-Oh! Did I make this game? Yes. You can tell because the character in the top left looks like me. And also the fact that the game is called Walfie's Nonograms. Alright, what else can I do? What else can I do here? 1, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has gotta be there. And then what? And then this can't be there. These all cannot be there. Literally none of these could be here. And then what? The man with the mark. Marksman. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nonograms. Yo, they should have Yu-Gi-Oh! Nonograms. They should do that. Welcome, old man diabetes. They should do it. Everyone's asking for it. They're like, when are they gonna make Yu-Gi-Oh! Nonograms? I think it's funny, the game is Walfie's Nonograms by Walfie. I mean, it could be, like, you know, the fact that its name, person's name, apostrophe S Nonograms, does not necessarily mean the person made it, right? We've talked about this. Mario's Nonograms, Mario's Picross, I mean, does not mean that Mario made it. Okay, but Walfie's Nonograms, Walfie did make this one. You cannot say that for every game, but it's true of this one. Yeah, Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy's not even alive. They're still making games. Like, how did Tom Clancy do this? They just got rights to use his name for everything. You guys know that he writes books? I thought he was like a game developer. He's just a guy who wrote books. And he's dead, and they turned the books into games. He's not, I didn't even know he was sick. Isn't he dead? Didn't he die and then they had the rights to use his names forever? Tom Clancy's just a writer. Exactly. Sid Meier. Oh, Sid Meier did make Civilization. I guess that makes sense. What am I missing here? There's obviously somewhere where I can make progress, but I'm like losing it. 2, 1. Is this anything? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, this has got to be the 2. And therefore, the rest of this is also filled in. Let's see. That's what I was missing. 7 column from right. 1, 1, 1. 3. What 3, 2, 1 can only possibly be here. True. So true. So given this is a 1, it's gotta be a 2, it's gotta be a 3. No, wait, that's not right. That's not right, guys. I messed up somewhere. Where did I mess up? Why did I think that this 2? Why did I think that 2 was there? Error was 4th column from right. 1, 3, 3. Maybe I need to restart this. I think I'm just gonna restart this because sometimes it's faster to just. Which I said the 3 out. 3 is not up there. Can't believe this, man. 6 has gotta be there. Look for all. Look out for all the. Look, I can't even talk. Look for all the 1, 6 ones. This one's gotta be there. Got the 2. This puzzle took 40 minutes. No way. I don't even remember what this one was. From what I've solved so far, I don't remember what it is. 1, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 1 is there. 2's gotta be there. 3 gotta be there. And this one could not. Well, could it be there? The 1, 2. No, so it cannot possibly be here. So cross that off. So this one must be 3. And this one must be 2. And this puzzle, no way. People remember what puzzle this is. It took so many attempts. Oh no. Why would the developer make a level like this, man? 2 can't be there. It's gotta be 1. The 4 is there. The 3 is here. 3 is there. Can't be there. That 3, that's gotta be a 3. Goes this way. Think about wizard. Nonograms. 5x5 no. Well, it could just be like Yu-Gi-Oh themed nonograms. They could just have a thing like, oh, here's the Dark Magician. Here's Exodia. Oh, what if they had 5 puzzles and you solve the 5 puzzles and it's Exodia? Wow. That'd be cool, right? You're like, oh, what is this? A leg? And then it's like, wait, another leg? Wait, an arm? It's like, oh shoot, it's Exodia. That's literally Exodia. Anyway, Twitch is about to show ads. So I'm gonna drink some water. Alright. Isn't it unfortunate that there's an ad and there's a new viewer? They don't even know that I'm saying things right now. You could have even clicked off the stream. I'm like, ads? I'm not watching. Advertisement? Get out of here, man. Advertisements? I'm leaving. Classic Twitch.tv. Forcing ads on people. It's crazy. Anyway. I'm like, whoa, isn't it so late right now? And then I'm like, oh right, daylight savings. Daylight savings, I mean people in Europe get to watch more Walfie streams. Wow, truly life-changing. Like, my life has greatly improved since his stream times are now more aligned with when I'm awake. I overslept today as a result. Hate these time changes. It's unfortunate. I slept pretty well, but if daylight savings hour was different, I would have slept an hour more. Although I guess it's because I think I sleep better because, you know, you go to sleep at the time you would normally sleep, which is actually an hour earlier. So since you sleep an hour earlier than usual, then it's like, wow, I feel so refreshed. A good day to be an EU viewer. So true. You can tell all your friends. Whoa, everyone! Walfie's streams are an hour earlier. Wow. Only for 3 weeks. For these 3 weeks only. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's their bottom row. True, true. Bot lane. Make sure you check bot lane. We have crossed off bot lane. Now the Twitch ad is over. Now the advertisements have concluded. Thank you for bearing with the advertisements. Alright, so we got the ones, got the threes. That's one that's can't even be there. Why did I say it? Why did I say it like that? Can't even be there, man. Wait, this is wrong. Hold on. hold the frick on. This cannot be there. Why would this? Yeah, second row. That's wrong. 5. That's actually supposed to be this. Okay, that's what I was missing. And then this is a 2. And then this has got to be a 3. Right, and then this is the only option. Yes. I knew it. I literally knew it. Well, then you got this 2, right? This 2. And that 2. This and that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Art is kind of good. They don't credit their artists. What? I can't believe this. What if they're AI generated? What if that was their plan the whole time? Blame Konami is a whole thing. Is there a reason that they don't credit them? Because they don't want it to be known. They don't want them to be stolen. That was a thing back in the day. Like, they didn't want to credit like game developers, so they would like put fake names. Because then, you know, people would steal them. They'd be like, wait, this developer, I'm gonna hire them. But now, since you don't know who worked on what, can't steal them. AI generating Yu-Gi-Oh cards sounds rough with how much detail they put on cards. I don't know. That hasn't stopped many people though. That's full ownership. I see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, I remember this puzzle. Classic one. Classic thing with this kind of shape. They might have paid a lot for the rights, who knows? No idea why it actually is. If only we had a staff member from Konami watching this stream right now. It's too bad that they will never explain it. Go with this 2. We got the 3 right there. Cross that off. That's gotta be a 2. That's a 1. And this one right here, that's a 2. That's literally a 2, and that's gotta be a 4. That's a 1. Got the 4 up there. That's a 2. These are both 2s. They can't be there. And this. And that. And this. Oh! No way, that's half of a glasses. That's That's a reference to the Confessions of a Rotten Girl. But it's like part of the glasses, but it's broken. What? That's a different thing. That's a totally different thing. Wait, did you notice the start of this song? It's the same, it's just an arpeggio. Bro, it's literally the same scale. It's the same intervals. It's literally just an arpeggio. Anyway, this color right here, that's the jazz cup color. I'm sure you all know jazz cups. Everyone knows. No one would ever not know that this is a reference. You look at this color and you think, that's it. Miku, oh, you're right, it is Miku Day. Wow, that's cool. Anyone celebrate Miku Day? What do you do on Miku Day? Nothing. Listen to some Hatsune Miku. YouTube apparently. Wait, is there YouTube? Wait, hold on. Have I not checked YouTube? Miku Day? I don't see a Miku thing. Don't they usually have like a thing on the top left? Wait, they do. What the? Oh, because I didn't check the YouTube homepage. I always go to my YouTube like subscriptions page, which doesn't have that logo. Oops. Did you know that if you go on your the not main page, it's not there for some reason? Although I feel like sometimes it is there. I don't know. Miku. Miku's so cool though. Oh, do you see they're adding Suisei to Fortnite? I was like, speaking of Miku, Fortnite. I was configuring something on my mom's phone and saw the Miku banner. Thought I was tripping for a bit. It's Hatsune Miku, no way. It's literally Miku. Do you think Germa's celebrating Miku Day? Germa's a huge fan of Miku. What's he doing for Miku Day, huh? No, it's deleted her message. I can see it though, don't you worry. I can see your message. Why did— oh, youtube.com, because you said youtube.com. Zerg620 said, I actually don't know how to get to YouTube's main page. YouTube.com kind of leads to my subscriptions. No, that is the main page. I think the main YouTube page just shows like it combines your subscriptions and like recommended. Whereas if you want to go to specifically your subscriptions, there's like a different page for that. Yeah, home page versus subscription box. I have the subscription page specifically bookmarked, and I always go to that. Anyway, that's something. Yeah, I always go to my subscriptions page. And it's only when I'm like, when I'm just like passively browsing content is when I go to the homepage. Or I guess when I'm watching on my phone, because the phone defaults to the homepage. There's a Miku video on the official YouTube channel. Yeah, I will click on that video at some point today, later. The homepage shows nothing if you have no history. True. That is true. It is in fact doing that. Alright, this goes here. This one. What else we got? what else we got? This 3. This 3's gotta be here. And then can I post? It's probably gonna delete it, but I could probably find it myself. Links are automatically deleted because there's like spam bots that'll just post like, "Hey, get your followers here on this website," and it was a really big problem at some point, so I had to have the bot automatically delete messages with links. Welcome, Angiarchy. This year's special is not just Miku Day, it's Miku Monday. The most Miku it will ever be in years. Miku Monday? No way. I guess it is the only day that starts with M. Unless you're speaking Spanish, where you have Miku Miércoles, right? That's a day for Spanish speakers. And there's probably other languages that have M days of the week. Martes. What's Martes? This one. Every Monday is Miku. Yeah, but this is the most Miku Monday. It's the official Miku Monday. The only real Monday. Every other Monday we've lived is not even real. Is anyone even real? The answer is yes. Many people are real. I'm real. You might be real as well. I can't confirm. It's up to you. But I know that I'm real. But do you know that I'm real? I don't know. I don't know if you do. But I know. Wait, this is wrong. What did I do? How can this be a 2? Wait, why did it cross? No, I can't be crossed. No, I can, because this is a 4. So this 4 could be, no, it could be there. Hold on. It could be there. You could definitely, it has, well, hold on. I messed up somewhere. I think I need to restart this level, given the fact that we have various mistakes here. Am I sure? Am I sure I want to restart this entire level? Yes. Start up your game over the ad break. Let's go. Do you see the big warning though? If you're playing in your browser, so if you're using Safari, which may not be the case, it will delete your data if you haven't accessed the website in 17 days. Sorry, 7 days. So, if you're interested in persisting your save data reliably, consider using a Game Boy emulator. It's happened. It's happened to several people. Finding through Hololive, then got into Toho and its community. Found your Walfie program is still being used to this day, so true. People are in fact using it. Opera GX. This should be fine. Opera. I will assume it doesn't just randomly delete your local storage. So mine goes here. It's gotta be this. Cross that off, cross this stuff off, cross these off. Okay, what about 182? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hololive Twitter drama reached my blue sky. What happened? What's going on? Are they talking about the balls again? Remember the ball? The Hololive balls? Something about no orange pendants. Oh yeah. I think I saw that. I don't know the context. Like, did they ban UOs? But like, couldn't people still use orange for their pen lights? I guess people just don't know. I guess for people who are unfamiliar, it's that for the song Snow Halation, usually when they get to that part of the song, people use orange lights. Yeah, when they had the concert, no one, I guess very few people use orange lights. People, like, they don't even know. These people, they don't even get it, man. They're supposed to use the orange lights. They banned UOs, and then the drama was that the whole fan base just doesn't know. They don't even know the orange, man. I find that surprising, though. Is that surprising? I guess it's kind of like, well, I don't know. Would it be surprising? I guess to me it's surprising, but like, would you expect most people to know? I don't know. It's been 10 years. What's a U? Oh, it is a ultra orange. What do I call it? Glow stick? Yeah, that is a glow stick. Glow stick that you crack, and it's very bright for a very short period of time. An ultra orange light. And so, like, usually people use it at like particularly memorable parts of songs. But they apparently did not allow them. Yeah, or meme. It could be a meme as well. You can build a campfire. When people sing the Eurocamp song, Shiny Days, don't make a campfire out of UOs. Who banned them? Whole Live? Yeah, I think at the Whole Live concert, they did not allow them. But then people also didn't know to switch to the orange lights. That's a thing. So this can't be, I guess 4? What else can I do? Like, I know what this image is supposed to be. Oh wait, hold on, I can just do this. This is not here. 172. 1242. This one's here. It's gotta be 4, 2, well, this could be here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not, but this does have to be a 2, given this. And then what? And then what even? Cute detail whenever I mark a towel, the line gets a nibble. It's true, it's true, and he reels in. Welcome Chocodanks, right Mo sells. He's so right. Okay, we got the 2, 2, there's 4 must be up here. 2. I'm gonna switch this song. Next song. And then what? Someone shared an old video of Blue Sky, on Blue Sky, someone playing Idle Rhythm Game or Rhythm Heaven. Of someone playing and mixing during the Idle Rhythm Game. Let's see. You all can feel free to click that. But I will continue playing this game. And then you can be like, Wolfie, you gotta watch the video. No, it's you gotta watch the video, Wolfie. See, now I'm like, oh, people have said it's good. Then I have to watch it. Went on the assumption that you wouldn't click it. You're right. You are so right. Loud. Oh. Things are pretty loud. I don't know what it is. Have you noticed that sounds are loud now? Back in my day, sounds were not loud. But now they're loud. Things were different, and now they're the same. It's funny how I discovered your earlier work on Toho after being familiar with Small Woman. Yeah, I feel like it's usually the other way around. I feel like it's... You usually see, like, people who are fans of Toho for a long time get into Toho 1. Not as much the other way around. But it's still possible. And real. Alright, what do I do here? What am I doing? This 1, 3, 4, we got the 2 rightmost columns. Columns plural. Rightmost columns. But what could, like, this could still be there. This could be there. This could be here. But then, oh wait, that can't be, that could not even be there. Oh, but also, yeah, also this, yeah, so you're so right. Also this, but also this could only be here, and also this can only be here. Obviously. I'll link this on Discord. Okay. So this 1 must be here. 5 is gonna go this way. We got the 3, the 2. That's a 1. The 5 goes this way. That's a 4. That's a 2. That's a 2 as well. That's also a 2, and this can't be there. Got this one. That's a 2. So 4. That's a 2 right there. You got this 2. 7. That's a 2. That's a 3. Whoa, it's Among Us. Guys, it's Among Us? This has to be Among Us. Oh, this is the visor. This is the thing on the back. Among Us. And then... Let's see, that's 9. There's 9 right there. These are 1s. Cross that off. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1. I'm dreaming. Speaking out for a second, I don't remember where I first heard of you. I saw you on the left just now. The Twitch algorithm favored you. Don't remember where I first heard of you. Yeah, the algorithm. I was saying, there's like people that don't know me from other stuff and only know me from this game. And so they're gonna be like, well, Walfie, the Nonograms guy? You're telling me the Nonograms guy did this other stuff? People could know me from various things. Nonograms is the new one. That's the new thing that I may be known for. Walfie, like the game developer, the guy who made the game, the video game. That's a 1 right there. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know, man. So this one's got. Wait, how can this possibly be there? But it has to be. It literally can only possibly be there. Is that true? Hold on. Yes, because this can't be here, so this has to be there. And then what? The 2. This is a 3. The 4's gotta be there. The Glam Blue Wagefinder guy. And then what? Then what? Then what? 2, 1, 2. 2 is there. 2, 5, 2, 3, 3, 9. Oh, this 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. And that's there, and then this is gonna go. Wait, this, I feel like this seems wrong. Given the fact that I know what this is, I definitely messed up somewhere. Wait, this can't be. Wait, why is that there? Hold on, let me undo all this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gotta be there. 2, 3's gotta be there. And this right here is 9. That's there. And then the 5 has gotta go this way. And then what? Then obviously the 2's gotta be here. You gotta have a 4 up here. This has gotta be a 2, given that this has to be up there. And then, given that this is a 2, it can't be here. So this must be down here. And that's there. And that's a 2, and that's a 4, and that's a 3 right there. That's done. There. And then what? Then you may wonder, then what? Well. There it is. Whoa, what? Among Us? That's a Diglett from Pokemon. Some kind of Pokemon reference. A mug? No. No way. That can't possibly be. No way. Alright, we got 5, we got 7. Goes this way, you got the 5 right there. Mug, like Mug Trio? No way, that's a Pokemon reference right there. Mug. I got 1 and 11. 11 has got to go this way. And then, given this, goes there. It's got to go up. And then the 8 has to go this way. And then what? And then that's got to be there. It's got to be a 3. It's got to be a 2. It's got to be a 5. And then what? That's a 2. That as well is a 2. And then the 8 has to be here. The 4 goes across. We got the 5 right there. That's a 4. And then the 7 is right there. You might think the 6, but it is in fact a 7. And then what? And then 5, 2, 1. Welcome, Bob Saget. This is so cute, especially as someone who beat Mario Picross on the NSO Game Boy thingy. Well, you can play it for free. That's right, this game is available for free. You can play it right now on a real Game Boy. We're getting a bunch of new viewers today. How are people finding this stream? Do you normally watch people play Nonogram streams? Nonogram games, I mean. Nonogram, you ever watch people play Nonogram streams? Making a game isn't easy. It's hard to get focused. There's a lot of stuff needs to go into it. Graphics, logic, video gaming, input devices, various things. Twitch recommended on the left. Oh, the algorithm. The algorithm has chosen me for once. I've seen you on my sidebar 10 plus times, lurked occasionally. I saw that your name was in the game title. You're like, wait a second. That's the game. That's the guy who made the game. I can't believe it. Alright, so that's a 7, and that's a 1. That's a 7 and a 1 right there. So 3, you got the 5 going here. What is... Oh, I know what this is. I already know. Literally easy. You guys know that Twitch deprecated the game developer badge? It used to be, if you were a game developer, you could have a badge on Twitch that people could click and then see what studio or whatever you work for. But now, it doesn't exist. I got rid of it. Mario Picross is incredibly unresponsive to inputs. I'm already happy just imagining this game not being like that. Yeah. There's a lot of input delay in Mario's Picross. It's truly messed up, but they were right in that it was right for the views. I think it's the fact that, like, people, like, you can just get the game dev badge just for, like, being a developer on any game. Whereas people would assume that if you had the badge, you were the one who made the game that the streamer is currently streaming. So you could just have a badge for like some random game on itch and then pop into like some other streamer's chat and be like, hey, I made this game, even though you worked on a different game. But they could have made it so that, you know, if the streamer is streaming a game that you were the developer of, then maybe you could show the badge. But then you have to like add a bunch of confirmation. Like, did you really make this game? And then like link your account? I don't know. A lot of things to consider. And then they're like, is it even worth it? I made this. I can't believe it. Messed up. Got this 5. Got this 5. Cross that off. Cross this off. Yeah, people will do that kind of stuff. People love getting badges on Twitch. I'm no exception. When I see that you can get a badge by watching a stream for like 30 minutes, I will try to get that badge. Even though I don't even use the badges. Maybe I'll check out Vacuum Sugar Quest or Op Ratlow. Op Ratlow is very short. It's like a 5-minute or less game. So you could check that one out. X-Tag, you were telling lies. It's a very short game. Vacuum Sugar Quest, though, it depends on how proficient in puzzles you are. For some people, it takes a while. Some people, you can solve it immediately. What is the best lie I've ever told? I don't know. What is the best lie? What about the worst lie? It's like, it's subjective, you know? It's like, best or worst lie? It being like the best lie, would that be the worst lie? I don't know. Your life. You told your life? It doesn't even make sense. Oh, yeah, but you didn't tell it, though. What is best lie you've told according to your own subjective metric? I don't know. I would have to think. What is this? Some kind of VLC logo? No, that is in fact a witch hat. No way. Alright, 13. Which hat is that? The witch hat. Which hat? What hat? When hat? What even hat? W hat. You ever think that what is simply W hat? Should have been a VLC logo puzzle. Maybe in Walfie's Nonograms 2. We'll have VLC. Perhaps. And we got the 13 right there, the 7, the 5, the 9 goes there, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 2. None of this can be here. Press Z and X alternately as fast as possible. You can make Walfie reel in the line. True. Or you could also complete the puzzle. Yeah, you could do that. True. Okay, this is a 2. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this one is. Me when I recognize the puzzle that I made. No, I know what this guy is. I know. I swear I know. And this can't be there. We got the 3, the 2. That's a 1. I remember trying to type bro what and putting brow hat. Classic. Check that column again. 7th from right. Oh, you're right. You're so right. You're so right. Oh, okay. That's then. Yeah. Then it goes up even more. You're right. And then this can't be there. and then obviously it's gotta be these ones. And the 4 goes this way. Welcome beady duck eyes. And 2 can't be there. And then what? And then the 4 is here. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's there. And then that 3. Do you think it's a thing where, like, if Twitch recommends something to someone and more people click it, they're like, we gotta recommend this to more people? Is that why there's more viewers? Because like one person clicked and then it's like, oh well, we suggested this and maybe some other people might like it. And then they recommend it to another person and they're like, wait, this person's name is in the game. I gotta watch this. No one even knows how the algorithm works. They're always doing algorithms, man. Why is Al Gore even out there doing rhythms? Was also alert, thank you for stopping by. Alright, we got the 3, 1, 3. I figured out how the gift sub algorithm works. How does it work? What do they even do? Got 3, we got 1. Got the 3 right here. And this 3. So that can't be here, so it's gotta be this. You can already tell what this is. Obviously, it is a creature of some sort. Some sort of mysterious creature. His face has been detached. Whoa, there it is. Panda. Wow. Alright, next page, everyone. Alright, oh, this one's gotta be easy. 15, I already know what this is. Looking at the 15s and the fact that it makes a border, I already know. This one is a classic. Everyone should know this one. An 11. It's literally just the whole thing. We've got the 6 going down right here. And then this will, whoa, what the heck? What could this be? Welcome, JD. It is in fact Miku Day. Welcome. And then this one is there as well. And this one also is there. And then we have 1. These are all 1s. And then we know these are also all 1s. And then what? Then this is when you start marking things off. So you gotta keep track of what you've done. Okay, so this one is crossed off. And then this one here, we got a 4. And also a 4. And then... And that's a 2. And this 4's gotta go this way. And then obviously... Whoa, what could this possibly be? No way. And then this right here... So 2. Whoa, if you're way more likely to get a gift sub if you recently viewed, followed the channel, and have not gotten more than 3 months gift sub, after they only get them rarely. You get a gift sub just following and never watching. Being active in chat also helps. Also being present when the gift goes out, not as much as just being new. He thinks he has it all figured out. What if it's not? What if they read this message and they're like, we're gonna change the algorithm. This guy thinks he knows it. But we're gonna change it. No, I did it wrong. What did I do wrong? 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oh, it's this. No, hold on. There's 3. Oh, this is a 2. Right, that's what it is. That is a Game Boy. Without the start and select buttons for some reason. Can't believe this. That can't be a Game Boy. It doesn't even have the right proportions. He made this up. And then this, cross that off. 1. 5, 6. That's there. That's a 3. That's a 2. If you want a gift sub and don't care what channel it is, just follow a lot of channels. But I do get gift subs from channels that I've, like, literally never seen. Like, I've never clicked on their channel. I guess that's a separate thing. That's a different thing. Algorithmically speaking. Let's see, what else? What else? 2, 1, 6, 1. 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is this anything? 2, 1, 6. Otherwise, you got the 1. Does it have to be? It has to be. Does it have to be? Yes, it does. It does have to be these. But it could be not those. It doesn't have to necessarily connect here. Sometimes rarely get it from completely random ones. I think those use the recommend for you algorithm, because I'll sometimes get VTuber gift subs I've never seen, but never FlashTuber gift subs. That is true, actually. That is true. I never get a random gifted sub that's like a non-VTuber. Unless it's one that I've like already clicked on or whatever. Got 1, 4, 1. Oh, 1, 11. There's literally an 11 right here. Literally. Alright, so we got this one, can't be there. We got 3. Got this 3 can't be there. And this could not be connected. These could not be connected. So therefore, this could not be a 3, so it must be a 2. So these can't be here. Wait, this is not possible. Whatever I did just now is not possible because there's a 5. So what have I done? I'm gonna restart this. Okay, so we have this. Gift subs come in bursts. That is also true. I feel like that's also true. Alright, so this must be a 3. So this can't be here. We got 161, it's gotta go here. And then the 12. 12 has gotta be here. It's a 1. And then this being a 2 tells you it can't be here. And then this can't be a 2. So it must be a 3. And then the 2's must be here. And then what? You've been on Twitch a long time when you have expired subscriptions 99 plus. That is many. How many do I have? I don't even know. Alright, so this can't be. Well, this could be here actually. My incorrect assumption was marking this off. This could as well have been this. But this can't be here though. But then I would have to click on a link, which is not that hard to do. I could totally do it. I could totally do it. Hey, you know what, I'll just do it. Expired subscriptions. Yep, 99 plus expired subscriptions. Alright, 261, 261, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that has to be there. This thing being a 3 tells you this must be a 2, so that can't be there. And then what? I could have told you you have 99 plus without you checking. What if I didn't? What if I had like 98? What if I had slightly fewer than expected? Alright, what am I doing? Okay, so this can't be there. 3, 5, 3 to 5th column from right the what? 3, 5th column. 3 to 5th column from right the 3. Welcome, Yugo. Is that an Umbrella Corporation logo? The 3. You're saying that this 3rd, 4th, and 5th column fill in the 3s. Yes, because this cannot be a 3. So this must be the 3. Because this could be a 2. This could be a 2, but this cannot be 3. So the 3s must be here. Yes. I think also to keep getting gift subs after the first one, the algorithm has to see some sort of engagement in the channel. 3 months though, that's quite some time. Alright, so this is definitely here. And this is not here. And these are not here. And then these must be here. Can't be there. Can't even be there. Sometimes I stumble into Tumblr with an E. I always impressed me how good looking at pictures is on that site. Is it particularly good? I don't remember. Could this be a 2? If this was a 2, this could still be here. It's higher quality. Perhaps. What do I do here? 1, 3, 2. Alright, I can cross off these things. These can't be here. That doesn't really help. 1, 4, 1. The 4 could be here or here. 2, 6, 1. 3rd row from top. True. True. true, and then all of this could not be there. That means this must be the 4. And then the 4 must go up, right? And then, well, then this must be the 1. Has to be. No idea what level 12 gave me so much trouble. Spent over 10 minutes on a 10 by 10. Some of the 10 by 10s are pretty tricky. You would usually expect 10 by 10s to be quite easy, but there's some tricky ones. Alright. 11, 141. This 3 is not there. Oh wait, this can only be this. And then this one. Wait, that's not possible. What did I do? What? Hold on. This must be here. 1, 3. Doesn't this have to be there? But then this is not possible. What did I do? I don't even recognize what this could be from having created this puzzle. Maybe I give up and do this next time. Because obviously this is wrong. Or what if I just continue? What if I just continue knowing that there are some mistakes and then eventually... Oh no, then this is not possible. Okay, wait. Okay, well I've definitely messed up somewhere. I think I'm going to give up. And given that I don't have time left in the stream to finish this one, I will do it next time. What could it be? What could it be? I don't even know. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Oh, look at this. Look at these images. Alright, let's find out what day it is. Close this, close that. Whoa, what is this? This looks AI generated. I know it's probably not AI generated, but the ice looks too smooth. Greenland, Disco Bay. That's quite nice. Great afternoon. It's actually evening. For me, it is evening time. Alright, let's find out what day it is. Let's rate someone. They would never. Microsoft would never. Barbie Day? Wait, it's gotta be Miku Day. They don't have Miku Day on here. We gotta do Miku Day. Miku Day stream. Miku Day raid. Do I have any emotes that I have? I guess cheering. Miku Day raid. Cheer. Wolf is cheer. There. Alright, who is streaming? Who will I raid? Is anyone streaming Walfie's Nonograms? Besides me? No. Why do I have 46 viewers? What the heck? The algorithm is pushing me. I did not get raided today, did I? Alright, who shall I raid? Who's streaming? Of these people who are streaming, I will send you to one of them. But who? That's the question, but who? What about... what about this person? Let's raid Nice Eggy. She's streaming. She's going to play Mahjong Soul. / raid Nice Eggy. Classic algorithm. Thank you for following. Alright, next stream's gonna be Wednesday at around this time. No stream on Friday or Saturday this week, because I have things to do. So it'll be today and Wednesday, and then no more streams until next week. So look forward to that. Look forward to not watching my streams. Good times. As for what I'm doing on Wednesday, I don't know. I could make some music, you know. What if I, in the next day or two, I learn some more stuff about Strudel, and then I'm like, I come back and I'm like, check out this music, and then I make some music. And then everyone's like, whoa, how did you make that music with code? You're telling me that you can use JavaScript to make music? No way. I gotta watch this. And then you watch it and the music's not that good, and you're like, well, the music's not that good, but like, man, he's making music. Man, he's making music, dude. You're making a game? No way. Game developer. He sure is making some music. Anyway, raid's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.